man, Chris is a guy that incredibly talented player, you know, and he's one of those that he wants to push himself to be really, really good. And I like to look a lot of myself in him from that aspect, but he's a self-made person. You know, the way that he works is his drive to be really great in football, but also great in the classroom, to be a great person, to have good manners, to be able to talk and carry on a conversation, you know, as a grown man, I think is pushing him to where he's going to have great things in life, you know, just with the way that he is not letting his circumstances define him.
Sullivan's pass complete to number 4, Krisjeohn Burks for a touchdown.
Some of my goals consist of, for one, is win. I want to win more. I want to win more than we have in the past years. I want to get to that. I want to get to play for state and show that we can play with teams in the North and just, you know, those teams that you heard about overall, like Brandon and, you know, those power teams. Personal goal, more so personal goal for me. I want to end the season, my senior season, with at least 1,000 receiving yards, and just be seen as one of those guys, because I've known for a long time that I've been one of those guys, but it's the time now for me to be able to showcase it. So that's another one. And I feel like the last is just to pave a way for not even just my siblings, but for the guys younger than me. Because a lot of guys younger than me, like, they don't realize that the same thing they're doing right now is what I had to do when I was in their grade. So it's like, it's all just a process, and it's about how you respond to certain things that are put in your way.
The more and more I've been around Chris, he really impresses me each and every day with the way that he just kind of continues to push himself all the time and to want to continue to get better and not really rest. Sometimes that pressure gets to him, but he also lets it fuel him most of the time too.
Circumstances I say that'd be challenging to me would be like living space, or just like how I grew up necessarily. Just wasn't the ideal like type of scenario for a kid. I'm the oldest out of my 3 other siblings, so it's 4 of us, and it's been a long, wild journey. My mom has not been there as much as I would have liked, but that's also something that pushes me. You know what I mean? It's not something that's like hindering me or dragging me down. It's something that's just keeping me going. My dad's always there. My dad's always making sure I'm straight, make sure I'm okay. He works a lot. That's also somebody that like keeps me going, because he's showing me that like no matter the circumstances, no matter how it looks or how it comes out, working and keeping the main thing. Yeah, like with my siblings, being the oldest, that's been something I have to deal with since I was like, before I even got to middle school. It was like just being that head, being that, like, you know, my dad's not around, being that dad for them has always been something I feel like I've had to do. Because like learning from my mistakes and making sure they don't follow the same steps, or just being that example for them.
A maturity level that I think is above his years, and I think a lot of that comes from the things he's seen in his life, right? You know, and being able to, you know, have to look out and maybe be father figure, maybe be dad for a little bit, you know, to his younger brothers and things like that, and to be able to push himself and continue to go through and be the guy that I think has the wisdom, right, with some of his players that maybe hadn't seen the things that he's seen and done all the things that he's done, and the way that he handles it, I think, is kind of the biggest key. Because a lot of times kids can let circumstances define them, right? And I think he maybe is trying to do that, but he's letting it define him in a positive way, and using that to be able to fuel him and to continue to see, hey, look, I have some wisdom that I can show other things, or I can use it in another direction for him. And I think it's serving him well, because, you know, our guys answer to him a lot, and our guys really look for him for guidance or for fuel or for motivation.
If my mom was sitting here right now, I'd tell her I love her, let her know I love her a lot, and I just let her know that me and my brothers love her, and my sister, we just how strong we feel about her. My dad, I'll tell him to keep going and keep doing what he's doing, because I mean, at the end of the day, my plan is to make sure that like how things are going right now changes for just not just me and my brothers and my sisters, but just for all of us as a whole. That's my nana too. just for everyone that's like around me, I want to change for like how life is going for us day by day. That's all.
He's got it. A lot of it depends on this year right now. His skill level has risen a tremendous amount within this offseason, and I think he's going to be a premier receiver in the state of Mississippi. Really excited about his ability to be able to go from a JUCO to a Division I level and all that kind of thing. His strength with the ball in his hands and his be able to catch 50-50 balls, which he proved the other night against Oak Grove. He's got a special future, and I think with his commitment level to studying and being able to be a good citizen and being able to do great things on the football field and his competitive nature are going to be able to take him a long, long way in this game.
My name is Krisjeohn Burks, and you're watching 228 Sports.